Hello again. Doc on the clock with Mega Man 4 Special Weapons Run. Next up will be Dive Man. I have no idea why Dive Man would be weak to Skull Barrier, but let's not ask questions. It's just a Mega Man game. This stage is easier if you have Rush Marine, but I don't have Rush Marine. I have no rush utility other than Coil Gun. Oh, these grounder spike guys can be defeated by Ring Boomerang. Ring Boomerang is a pretty powerful weapon overall. Yeah, fish! I just want to go over and under and around. And get hit by a three-way shot, because that's what I do. And let's pull out the Dust Crusher a bit. It hasn't seen enough use yet. You'll see some use here. It's Mini Boss. Big Whale. Ouch. Oh. Kind of a close call there. Those guys, it would be best to take them on with the Flash Stopper, but I don't have that yet. Ow! I might be dead here. Whoa! I might not be dead here by the skin of my teeth. Eddie, give me some life. Good enough. I don't usually use E-tanks like this, but I'm not really gonna need all that many later on, and I'm gonna get a ton more. So I think I'll just spare you the spare myself the respawning of enemies, and spare you the having to die and go back. Now we're at the midpoint, so I'm not too worried about it. I just realized I could do that, and it's kind of too late. Whoa! Gotta be careful, because I don't want to lose... don't want to lose life by being stupid. There we go. I'm gonna need to break out another weapon against you this next time I fight you. Wait, next time? Whoop! I fell down a pit. But this isn't just an ordinary pit. This is a spike drop pit, which has a bonus at the end. The wire adapter. The wire adapter has no analog in any of the other games. It basically helps you reach higher places when there's a ceiling above you. There's no ceiling above me, so it's not going to work here, but it pulls you up. It's kind of... because Rush Jet can't just go straight up and just be all broken like usual, it can be useful for reaching high places that are a little bit trickier to hit with Rush Coil. But all in all, I mean, it's not exactly the most necessary adapter, which is why I don't think it's been seen in any other game. Rush Coil pretty much takes care of anything you need to do, whether there's a ceiling or not. So it's kind of just basically... nope. It does what Rush Coil does, except less. This is a point where I would typically use Rush Marine. But I don't have Rush Marine. I don't get him until later. Come on, blow up, you. And that's why. A lot of spikes all over the place that are a little bit difficult to get around. And my aim is really bad today. Ah, but we have passed the challenging portion and get to the boss. Dive Man's weakness is Skull Barrier. Ah! And he hurts if he runs into you. And he hurts if his missiles run into you too. So I want to try something out. The thing about Dive Man is that he is depressingly easy with the Mega Buster. He is so readily locked into a pattern that it's just kind of sad. Whoa! That's not what I wanted to do. I have to use an E-tank on him. The problem is, he is not so easy with the Skull Barrier, because you have to get right up close to him. And the barrier destroys his projectiles too, but it's destroyed when his projectiles hit it. So you end up wasting a lot of Skull Barrier energy on destroying those missiles, and doesn't leave enough for Dive Man. I would like to use the Pharaoh Shot against him because I can lock him into his pattern and easily hit him from afar. I probably wouldn't even take a hit. But unfortunately, it doesn't destroy his missiles. Which kind of means that they'd be all in the way. So, too bad, so sad. I shall have to take out my anguish on Drill Man. I'll show off Dive Missile a little bit because that has enough energy that I won't have to use it too much. It's a homing attack. Well, mostly. It doesn't have the greatest of homing capabilities, so if you fire from afar, it can be a little bit of a crapshoot. But that's all you'll see of it until Drillman. Instead, I will dust crush my enemies to death. It would be nice if I could pull off a nice little multi-hit, but oh well. It's a shame that I don't have Toadman's weapon here, because I do love Toadman's weapon against these bats. Ow! Total miss! Oh! I jumped there. That's not fair. Aw, game over? Rats.
Well, that was a pretty quick game over, so I don't think I'll speed things up here, but... Pull out a few different weapons for this. Come on. Figure out how to get my aim back up. I am missing a lot in this game, and it's not very pleasant. When I have limited ammo, you're not like to miss. Okay, alright, there's more Dive Missile. So far, it's being pretty, behaving pretty well. That probably wasn't the smartest decision, but at least I got rewarded for it. Instead, let's see how Skull Barrier performs.
It doesn't even one-shot them. That's pretty bad. That's how you do it. Balloon Adapter. Helping get you over difficult spike pit jumps since whenever this game was published. Yeah, I missed again. I think Pharaoh Shot is better for this. Because most of them appear above you. or at least some degree of above you. That didn't work. Ah. See, something that goes through shields is good for things that appear like that, because then you have a second chance at them. Unfortunately, these guys behave less. You get when doing these, you get an impression of what weapons are really good for what situations. These guys are annoying with basically every weapon. Whoa! I know how to deal with you. Perfect. Here's where the skull barrier does come in handy. Oh. It does deal with these rocks and these dropping enemies effectively. And they're being really generous now. So Skull Barrier does have its uses. It's not as good a barrier weapon as the Leaf Shield, and not as good as some of the later barrier weapons. Although, among this trio of 4, 5, 6, it's still probably the best, which is not saying much for the later ones. Here you just gotta move around until Drillman decides to make his appearance. This is tends to be a slower battle. And here we see how Dive Missile is not always the most effective homing missile. Tends to like to circle around enemies if it doesn't hit them right off. And I don't have a lot of life energy left. I may want to use an E-tank. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. That wasn't as bad as I had feared it might be. So, Drillman is down, and that's my 2 for this video. Next time, we'll show off the Drill Bomb and take down the last 2. Toadman and Brightman. Both of whom have effective weapons, but inefficient weapons. So, it's good that I can leave those 2 until the very end. But, that will be for next time. Until then, this is Doc. I'll see you later.